Hating the power it has over.
Who is Marvel's White Tiger? Origin. Powers and MCU future explained. The comic book roots of White Tiger, the most recent superpowered vigilante to join the MCU's ranks in Daredevil Born Again, may portend a potential future in the franchise. Almost 7 years after the Daredevil Season 3 finale, Daredevil Born Again returns to the villains of Vincent D'Onofrio's Wilson Fisk and Charlie Cox's Matt Murdock. Since then, their stamping grounds have seen a number of noteworthy developments. But Daredevil Born Again focuses once more on the fascinating relationship between the two long-standing adversaries, including Kingpin's successful bid for mayor of New York and Daredevil's retirement. There also appears to be a surge in masked vigilantism in New York. Given how many superheroes in the MCU are based in New York, it is not shocking that more small-time good guys and bad guys are joining in on the action. Though his background in Marvel Comics indicates that he will contribute a bit more than just hand-to-hand skills and the garish costume. White Tiger is one of the many lesser-known MCU characters. Marvel Comics has had a number of people take up the mantle, but Daredevil Born Again introduces the first, Hector Ayala, played by the late Camardi Los Reyes. When Hector Ayala tries to stop 2 men from beating up another in Episode 2, it's his first formal appearance on the show. They turn out to be police officers, and Hector is arrested after a brawl breaks out and one of the men he was attempting to stop is unintentionally thrown in front of a subway train. White Tiger's activities as a vigilante in the city are briefly shown in the first episodes of Daredevil Born Again, although Hector Ayala is the only character who is given attention outside of his crime-fighting duties. Should White Tiger survive beyond his appearance in Daredevil Born Again, he might play a key role in the MCU, although he would either need to be recast or take over the mantle from another character, as is the case in Marvel Comics. White Tiger's Marvel Comics origin and history explained. Hector Ayala has a tragic history in Marvel Comics. Hector Ayala, a Puerto Rican, holds the distinction of being Marvel's first Latin American superhero. He was first introduced in 1975's Deadly Hands of Kung Fu #19 and is one of many characters in the orbit of well-known street-level superheroes based in New York, such as Spider-Man and Daredevil. 4 successors have since taken up the White Tiger mantle, but the 2 most recent ones most closely resemble Ayala's original form because they derived their powers from the Jade Tiger amulets. While attending Empire State University in New York City with Peter Parker, Hector Ayala discovered these 3 Jade Tiger amulets, which are made up of a tiger's head and 4 paws. The Sons of the Tiger, 3 masters in martial arts, were the first to wear these amulets. They battled together to activate the amulet's combined powers. After the Sons of the Tiger disbanded, the amulets were left in an alleyway, whereupon they were discovered by Ayala and granted him the power of all 3 combined. White Tiger, who would arise from the metamorphosis with physical disadvantages, was once a whole other character that battled crime without Ayala's knowledge. Ayala eventually managed to blend the 2 identities, and during his street-level career, he battled crime alongside characters like Daredevil, Spider-Man, and the Defenders. He also engaged in combat with infamous foes like Prowler and Dr. Octopus during this period. Ayala's tenure as White Tiger was tainted by bad luck, and he gave up the White Tiger persona after his family members were singled out and murdered. White Tiger was then framed for murder a few days after being forced to return to his heroics, and Matt Murdock represented him during his trial, although he would lose. After being found guilty, Ayala tried to flee the courthouse but was shot and killed on the steps. Wearing all 3 of the Jade Tiger amulets gives Hector Ayala superhuman abilities. Although a more distinctive aspect of the metamorphosis is an innate proficiency in martial arts, these powers include the usual range of superhuman capabilities, such as increased strength durability, speed, and agility. Even though Ayala had never been trained in hand-to-hand combat, his time as White Tiger would help him improve his general skills. His physical prowess is similar to that of Captain America, but the amulets can also heal severe wounds, giving him a faster healing factor similar to Wolverine's but weaker. Since the Daredevil series aims for a gritty, street-level feel, it was unclear if White Tiger would actually have his powers. However, in Episode 2, Hector Ayala told Matt Murdock that he didn't have his powers when he unintentionally killed the police officer, though he isn't shown using them in the first episode he appears in. This seems to suggest that Hector Ayala's White Tiger costume and the amulet he owns do in fact have powers, known as the Amulets of Power. The 3 amulets are artifacts that give the Tiger Gods power. These amulets were first made in Kunkowin, a secret city that is frequently connected to Iron Fist, where he was trained before becoming its guardian. The hidden city can occasionally appear in other dimensions because they were created using the same magical elements as the Great Emerald Crystal. The 3 amulets are thrown in an alley by the Sons of the Tiger when they disband, and Hector Ayala later acquires them in Marvel Comics. The birth of Daredevil given that Hector Ayala is only depicted holding the tiger head rather than all 3. It is possible that some aspects of the amulets will be altered once more. Marvel Studios may have simply chosen to combine all 3 amulets into one, and they still have the same abilities. Or White Tiger's story may be influenced by the 2 missing paws, P. After Bullseye murders Foggy Nelson and Karen Page departs New York for San Francisco, Matt Murdock decides to resign from his role as Daredevil at the start of Daredevil Born Again. Others have become vigilantes in Daredevil's place, such as Hector Ayala, who goes by White Tiger. When he is accused of killing a police officer, he is represented by Matt Murdock, who doesn't think he did it and soon finds out that he is a vigilante. The final scenes of Episode 2 of Daredevil Born Again, which, like the original Netflix series, examines police corruption, depict them attempting to murder the witness Hector Ayala saved after one of the officers was unintentionally killed. Given that the trailers depict Hector Ayala wearing the White Tiger costume and moving through the city, the character appears to play a big role in Daredevil Born Again overall, and his case appears to be a major focus, at least for a portion of the series.